You think you are making your own choices. You think your opinions are your own, your desires are organic, and your yes is a result of your free will. But as you sit here watching this, a cold realization is beginning to dawn on you. The world is not a stage of actors, but a grid of social architects and their subjects. Most people are walking vulnerabilities. They are unpatched software running on biological hardware that hasn't changed in 50,000 years. Social engineering is not about lying. It is about the surgical manipulation of the human BIOS. It is the art of becoming the ghost in someone else's machine. While others study technology, the elite study the only operating system that truly matters, the human mind. Today, we peel back the skin of social interaction. We are entering the realm of pretexting, rapport-hacking, and the dark science of influence. By the end of this, you will never look at a friendly conversation the same way again. You will stop being the one who is played and start being the one who writes the script. Welcome to the dark art. Why are some people naturally lucky in every room they enter? Why do they get the information they want, the access they need, and the loyalty they haven't earned? It's not charisma, it's vulnerability mapping. Every human being has a backdoor. For some, it is the need to be seen as intelligent. For others, it is the fear of being rude or the desperate hunger for validation. Most of you leak your access codes every time you speak. You tell the world exactly how to manipulate you by what you brag about and what you complain about. The gap between the victim and the engineer is information asymmetry. The victim speaks to be understood. The engineer speaks to gather data. In the high-stakes world of 2026, the most dangerous weapon is not a password cracker, it's a mirror. If you can reflect what a person wants to see, they will hand you the keys to their empire and thank you for the privilege. You aren't tricking them, you are simply fulfilling a psychological debt they didn't even know they owed. To master social engineering, you must master the 3 pillars of the dark art. Pillar 1, pretexting. This is the creation of a fabricated scenario, a lie that feels more real than the truth. An engineer doesn't just walk into a room, they walk in with a role. They adopt the authority, the body language, and the vocabulary of the person who belongs there. If you look like you belong, the human brain's security protocols simply shut down. People don't question authority, they question their own right to challenge it. Pillar 2, forced rapport. This is the psychological hook. By using subtle mirroring, matching the breathing, the tempo, and the posture of your target, you bypass the amygdala and speak directly to the primitive brain. When a target feels you are like them, they stop seeing a stranger and start seeing an extension of themselves, and we never deny ourselves anything. Pillar 3, the reciprocity trap. Human beings are biologically hardwired to return favors. If you give a small, unsolicited piece of value, information, a compliment, or a minor service, you create an unbearable psychological tension in the target. They will feel an urgent, irrational need to pay you back. Often they will pay back a small favor with a massive secret. This is not kindness, it is debt loading.
Let's look at the chemistry of the yes. When you successfully engineer a social situation, you are essentially triggering a cocktail of oxytocin and dopamine in the target's brain. You create a trust loop. By sharing a fake vulnerability, a small controlled secret about yourself, you trigger the target's instinct to protect you. This is the protector's fallacy. Once someone feels they are helping you, they are psychologically committed to your success. They cannot admit you are an engineer without admitting they were a fool.
Consider the metaphor of the Trojan horse. The citizens of Troy didn't bring the horse inside because they were stupid. They brought it in because it fit their narrative of victory and religion. Your pretext is your horse. It must be something your target wants to believe in. In dark psychology, we call this confirmation bias hacking. You don't convince people of new things. You find out what they already want to be true, and you give them the evidence. If they want to feel powerful, you become their admirer. If they want to feel safe, you become their shield. You are not changing their mind. You are simply providing the mirror for their ego to admire itself. As you step back into the noise of the world, you will begin to see the strings. You will see the pretexts of your politicians, the reciprocity traps of your marketers, and the forced rapport of your rivals. You can no longer be a victim because you now know how the magic trick is performed. Starting today, you will stop reacting and start orchestrating. You will listen 80% of the time, mapping the vulnerabilities of every room you enter. You will speak with intent, every word a calculated move on the chessboard of social dynamics. But remember the Stoic warning. Power without purpose is simply a faster way to destruction. The dark art of social engineering is a tool for the architect, not the vandal. Use it to build your empire, to protect your tribe, and to navigate a world that is increasingly designed to manipulate you. You are no longer a data point in someone else's algorithm. You are the coder. You are the engineer. You are the ghost in the machine. Stay invisible, stay dangerous, and never ever let them see the blueprint. Until next time, stay in the shadow.